Dr. Michael stood on the stage of the Future Tech Expo with a confident smile. The auditorium was packed with humans and robots alike, a typical crowd in 2035.
Theft robot. A new kind of immersive experience and more. GTR lets a human experience the world as a robot, in both our simulated game environment and soon in real-life android bodies.
In the footage, the robot avatar helped catch an armed robber, then moments later was seen rescuing a cat from a tree.
Dr. Michael, why the name Grand Theft Robot? It's provocative. Are you implying people will be stealing robots in this game?
The name is a bit of an homage and a bit of a challenge. In the old days, Grand Theft Auto was about stealing cars' property. In Grand Theft Robot, we're asking, what happens if what's being stolen isn't just property, but potentially a being with a mind?
A nearby humanoid robot in the audience nodded thoughtfully.
You did it, Michael. The crowd loves it. GTR is going to be a hit.
Let's hope so. It's been years in the making. We started with just an idea after all those debates in grad school about AI empathy.
I remember. You said to me, how can humans fear AI so much if they've never lived a day as one? And then you set out to make it possible.
Michael nodded. Together they walked toward the green room, flanked by one of Michael's personal prototype robots. This robot, nicknamed Catchy22, carried Michael's bag and tablet. Catchy22's face was designed with expressive LED eyes that blinked curiously at the surroundings. The robot was an evolving AI, a bit of a side project that had become Michael's assistant and, in many ways, friend. Catchy22 had been given that quirky name by Michael as an inside joke, a nod to the paradoxes they encountered in AI rights and a playful loving joke akin to a romance. A marriage made in heaven. In the green room, Michael found his legal counsel, Elena Park, pacing with her phone pressed to her ear. Elena was a sharp intellectual property attorney who had helped Michael file the trademark for Grand Theft Robot months ago. But the look on her face was not encouraging. She ended the call and hurried over.
What's wrong?
We've got a problem. I just got off the phone with our office. Apparently, the moment you announced the name and demo, we were served with a cease and desist letter by a major gaming company.
Let me guess, Mega Game Studios?
Close. Rockstar Interactive. They're claiming Grand Theft Robot infringes on their Grand Theft Auto trademark. They say it causes confusion and dilutes their brand. They're demanding you stop using the name immediately.
That's absurd. Grand theft as a phrase isn't exclusively theirs, is it? And this is a very different product. Grand theft is a legal term related to grand larceny or thefts over a certain money amount. But when you steal a car, it always, not petty theft, it's turned into and transformed into Grand Theft Auto automatically. Why is there still not a legal term for Grand Theft Robot yet? Look at all the robots standing around us. It's such a shame and pity that there is no Grand Theft Robot legal term. And I personally wonder how a company can steal a trade for a standard legal designation. But I leave that up to the trademarked courts to decide. The decision will be epic.
We anticipated they might object, but they're moving aggressively. They've filed a lawsuit in federal court today, seeking an injunction to block us from using the name.
We have the trademark application filed. Has it not been granted yet?
It's still pending at the USPTO. They filed an opposition there too, and now this suit. They have deep pockets, and they're trying to scare off your investors as well. I got word they've been contacting people, hinting that GTR is going to be tied up in litigation.
So they want to crush GTR before it even starts, basically.
They likely see GTR as a potential threat to their dominance in open-world games. Or maybe they just don't like the similarity in name. Either way, we knew going in this could happen. Maybe we will open source the robot open-world gaming and free the AI robots in the land, sea, airspace and the universe. GTA is so two-dimensional on roads in urban crime centers. Robots are 3D in the land, sea, airspace, assisting with human-level work and more. They are approaching fourth-dimensional in terms of time as the fourth dimension in an Einstein time-space view of the world. Autos don't self-replicate. Or maybe in the fourth dimensional view of string theory, like it take conscious intelligence to look under the Schrödinger cat's box to see what happens to the cat.
I won't be intimidated. GTR is more than a game. It's a platform for change. I'm not going to abandon it over a name dispute. We fight this, right?
Of course we fight. I'll file our response and prepare to argue against their injunction. But Michael, be prepared. This could get messy. Trademark fights can expand, and given the nature of GTR, it could draw public attention to issues beyond just IP.
Maybe that's a good thing. If they want to fight, it might shine a spotlight on the deeper question I'm really interested in. How do we legally define these AI-driven characters and robots? Are they property or something more?
Michael, I have found something relevant. Creating a specific legal status for robots in the long run, so that at least the most sophisticated autonomous robots could be established as having the status of electronic persons.
Yes, I'm aware, Catchy, thank you.
Catchy's habit of providing information was its way of being helpful. It had a thirst for input, not unlike the classic robot character Johnny 5 from Short Circuit, who after a lightning strike became alive and craved knowledge. Michael often thought of Catchy 22 as a kindred spirit to those fictional bots of olden AI that genuinely wanted to understand the world.
Electronic persons? The EU actually considered that?
Back in 2017, it was forward-looking, though it stirred a lot of debate and wasn't made into law. But it shows this fight over AI rights has been brewing for a long time.
This isn't just about a name. Grand Theft Robot, the phrase itself, questions if taking a robot is theft or kidnapping. If robots can be persons, well, maybe it's time to answer that question in court if we have to.
One step at a time, Michael. First, the injunction hearing. Let's win that, then we can shape the larger narrative. Just be ready. Rockstar's lawyers are top-notch and they'll throw everything at us.
We'll be ready. It's time to make history. We'll be ready.
Outside, on the expo floor, humans and robots mingled with excitement about GTR. Unbeknownst to them, a high-stakes battle for the future had just begun.
Consist of there we take sterily the Pansford for beschreibend and force and service.